Dolphins Lineman Bayron Matos Hospitalized. Latest update. A terrifying collision leaves Dolphins Bayron Matos hospitalized with uncertain prognosis. But here's the latest on his fight for recovery. Miami Dolphins offensive lineman Bayron Matos remains hospitalized in stable condition after sustaining a serious injury during Wednesday's training camp practice. The 23-year-old was airlifted to a local hospital following an on-field collision and spent the night under medical care. His agent, Perlesta Hollingsworth, revealed to the Miami Herald that Matos has an above-the-shoulder injury with fluctuating movement in his right leg. Doctors haven't yet determined whether the damage involves his neck, spine, or another area. Medical teams will conduct further tests Thursday to establish a long-term diagnosis. Matos isn't alone during this terrifying ordeal. His girlfriend and immediate family are at his bedside, while his mother prepares to fly from the Dominican Republic to join them. The injury occurred during an accidental collision, where Matos, with his head lowered, absorbed the main impact when crashing into a defensive teammate. Practice concluded as medical staff attended to the lineman for over 10 minutes while surrounded by concerned teammates before his helicopter transport. But here's where the teen's explanation raises eyebrows. Dolphins officials claim Matos' injury wasn't the reason practice ended after just 90 minutes, typical for first training sessions, despite the traumatic scene unfolding on their field. This NFL hopeful stands at a pivotal career moment. Though he appeared in preseason games as an undrafted rookie last year, he's yet to play a regular season snap. Matos himself declared last year, "I want to be one of the best tackles to play in the NFL," and Miami showed unusual faith by guaranteeing him $247,500 upon signing. A massive commitment for an undrafted player that attracted over 10 rival teams. Now consider Matos' unconventional journey. Born in the Dominican Republic, he initially pursued baseball, showing promise as a 90-mile-per-hour throwing pitcher, before moving to the U.S. at age 17 for basketball. After playing 3 Division I seasons at New Mexico and South Florida, averaging 3.4 points per game, his Tennessee host family insisted, "You will be a football player." He transitioned to USF's football team as a walk-on defensive end, logging 11 snaps across 2 games before switching to offensive line. As part of the NFL's International Player Pathway program, his rare athleticism shines through. He clocks a remarkable 4.88-second 40-yard dash at 6'7" and 334 pounds. Meanwhile, another devastating blow hit the Dolphins. Veteran cornerback Artie Burns suffered a suspected torn ACL during backpedal drills. Seen leading the facility on crutches, Burns slammed his helmet in frustration after getting tangled with another player, casting an even darker cloud over training camp. So we pose 2 pressing questions to football fans. Does the NFL truly prioritize player safety when potentially career-ending injuries occur during routine drills? And should teams disclose fuller details about injuries that impact athletes' livelihoods? Voice your views below. Miami Dolphins Bayron Matos, the shocking injury and his unbelievable journey to the NFL. A shocking incident at Dolphins training camp. In a startling turn of events, Bayron Matos, an offensive lineman for the Miami Dolphins, was airlifted to a nearby hospital on Wednesday after sustaining an injury during the closing moments of the team's inaugural training camp practice. The Dolphins confirmed that Matos, who is 24 years old, is currently in stable condition, although they chose not to reveal specific details regarding the nature of his injury. For over 10 minutes, teammates and staff surrounded Matos as medical personnel provided assistance on the field. A helicopter was subsequently dispatched to transport him for further medical evaluation. Veteran lineman Austin Jackson expressed the emotional weight of the situation, stating, "It's a really heartbreaking part of the game. Very tough." While Matos' injury certainly cast a pall over the Dolphins' first practice session, the team clarified that this incident was not the reason for the early conclusion of the practice, which lasted 90 minutes. According to a team official, first-day practices are typically shorter in duration. Standing at an impressive 6 feet 7 inches and weighing 334 pounds, Matos has taken a rather unconventional route to reach the NFL. Originally from the Dominican Republic, he relocated to the United States at the age of 17 with aspirations of pursuing basketball and improving his English skills. Matos played 2 years of college basketball at the University of New Mexico before transferring to the University of South Florida. In a remarkable feat, he walked onto the football team in 2022 despite having no prior experience in organized football. During his first season, he participated in 2 games as a defensive lineman before transitioning to the offensive line, where he began to excel. After just 1 year of college football, Matos was signed by the Dolphins in 2024 through the NFL's International Player Pathway Program. The team recognized his potential and offered him a guaranteed contract of $247,500, an unusually high amount for an undrafted rookie, allowing him to fend off interest from at least 10 other teams. Although Matos spent the 2024 season on the practice squad and has yet to make an appearance in a regular season game, he did participate in preseason activities last year and signed a futures contract with Miami in January. He entered training camp as a developmental project with significant potential, bolstered by his impressive athletic abilities, including a reported 4.88-second 40-yard dash. "I want to be one of the best tackles to play in the NFL," Matos declared last year, showcasing his ambition and determination. As of Wednesday evening, there is no set timeline for his return to the field. The team has stated that updates will be provided as appropriate. What are your thoughts on the risks athletes face during training? Do you believe the NFL is doing enough to protect its players? Share your opinions in the comments below. This incident not only highlights the physical demands of professional sports, but also raises questions about player safety and the measures in place to ensure their well-being. Dolphins Bayron Matos hospitalized after training camp injury. Latest updates. A serious incident during training camp left the Miami Dolphins on edge, as promising offensive lineman Bayron Matos was hospitalized following a notable injury. The first day of camp was marked by alarming news. Reported by CBS News, Matos, who is only in his second season with the team, suffered significant injuries at the conclusion of practice and was promptly airlifted to Ryder Trauma Center, located within Jackson Memorial Hospital. While the exact nature of Matos' injury remains undisclosed, the team has assured that he is currently stable, raising hopes among teammates and fans alike. In an update released the following morning, the Dolphins confirmed that Matos remained under medical observation for further evaluations and tests. Thankfully, he exhibits movement across all his limbs, although he will remain in professional care for the time being to ensure a thorough recovery. According to Matos' agent, who spoke to the Miami Herald, it appears he sustained a serious injury, described as above the shoulder. However, specifics regarding whether the injury involves his neck, spine, or another area were not clarified. This uncertainty can lead to various interpretations regarding the recovery timeline. Originally going undrafted last year after playing college football at South Florida, Matos is determined to make his mark in the NFL. Born in the Dominican Republic and relocating to Tennessee at age 16, he initially pursued basketball at the University of New Mexico before shifting focus to football upon transferring to South Florida. There, his athletic versatility became evident. He not only worked as a defensive end and special teams kick blocker, but also transitioned to the offensive line, a testament to his adaptability and work ethic. On a related note, it's important to highlight the Dolphins' focus on fostering a cohesive team environment. Recently, quarterback Tua Tagovailoa commented on the outlook for star wide receiver Tyreek Hill, noting that he is actively working on rebuilding relationships with his teammates after making headlines with his "I'm out" comments. As a member of the International Player Pathway Program in 2024, Matos had the spotlight on him during drafting workouts at IMG Academy, earning the attention of scouts. Despite many believing he had the potential to be chosen in the later rounds, luck wasn't on his side, and he found himself signing with the Dolphins. What are your thoughts on the potential impacts of this injury on Matos' career? Could his lack of a draft selection impact his long-term prospects in the NFL? Your insights and ideas could foster a deeper discussion. Feel free to leave your thoughts in the comments.